Reg Barrett, Living Your Life. A program devoted to life's challenges and thoughts on how to overcome basic, everyday problems.
Deel 'n bietjie tere liefde en sorg met Elizabeth Ann spesiale baba shampoo en verander badtyd in lagtyd. Elizabeth Ann spesiale baba shampoo.
Ek sit nou net in uitwerk. Ons gaan nog lank spaar vir alles wat ons in die huis wil hê.
Was jy al by Sambo?
Nog nie. Hoe kan Sambo help dat ons dit gouer kry?
Wel, Sambo het 'n spesiale plan, subskripsie aandele of iets, waar jy baie hoë rente kry en is ook belastingvry. Dit behoort vinniger te gaan.
Sambo. Kom gesels vandag nog met jou geldvriend.
Dis mos waar voor vriende daar is.
And now, here is Dr Reg Barrett.
And hello, dear listeners, and this is the very last day that we're on the air of Living Your Life. And in the studio, right with me at this moment, is my producer, Joy Anderson, the person who put together this program all 6.5 years ago. And we worked together before that on Women's Forum. I think we've been together now for something like 11 years, Joy.
Reg, I think it was really because of the visit of Norman Vincent Peale. When he came out, I think that was the evening that I first met you, that very stormy night, when we all thought that nobody would be there at Dr. Peale's lecture, and it was so crowded in spite of the storm and the wet. I think that big place at Milner Park was absolutely packed to overflowing. They had to bring in extra chairs and...
That's right, Joy. There were over 6,000 people there. And I always remember when... Vincent Peale said to me outside the Carlton when we picked him up that day, he just said, on a rainy night like this, I don't suppose we're going to have many. And I just said to him, who wrote the book, The Power of Positive Thinking? And his wife, Ruth, laughed, and literally with tears in his eyes as he mounted the rostrum, did he see the vastness of South Africans who came to hear this famous man.
Do you remember how many there were? It was in thousands, wasn't it?
6,500.
Incredible.
And just think that, I always go back, Joy, to think that we hired 7,000 chairs, and they all had to be put up. And we had a friend together with some other friends who got together, and they put all these chairs in this circle, if you can remember. And I remember you coming in, isn't it? Quite remarkable, because you sat near the back, and you arrived with your famous tape recorder, that tape recorder of yours that you must have listened to, and people have been recorded in this thing over years and generations, it seems. And he has been, in your eyes, such an important person.
Very definitely. And I do think, Reg, that because all those people came on that wet night, I think it only serves to illustrate how terribly important it is for people and how much they appreciate having talks on positive thinking, the way to run their lives better by thinking correctly, by meditation, and all the things that you've been teaching people over the 6.5 years we've worked together.
You know, Joy, I think you're right as far as the program. When the name was first put together, and Timothy Bungie was involved with us on this, and we had another name called Listen to Life, and he came up with this together with this famous signature tune, which is really famous. Wherever you go, you hear it, somebody humming it in some place. People who will miss it will be the school children, not only Observatory, who the children are involved with this, but at 2 other schools where this is programmed through, and in prisons where it goes into the cells, and the inmates write to me and just saying how their lives are beginning to change. And I think it's all this, Joy, that I look back with sadness, really, to say that 6.5 years, it's a bit nostalgic now to say how we started and how it got off, and the hundreds of thousands of letters that we have received since it started, and the different types of problems which really, if we put it all together, has been maybe a lack of faith or problems that have come into their lives, and yet we have tried to give them answers on living your life.
Well, Reg, you've certainly been the answer to so many people, especially, I think, the lonely ones, sitting perhaps in small flats, perhaps people who have been widowed or divorced, or those are the people, I think, who have learnt really day by day to depend on you. I know that because of the, well, hundreds of people who've spoken to me personally have said just what it's meant to them in their lives. It's been like an anchor. It's been like a ray of hope that they've just been able to switch on for that quarter of an hour and feel entirely different at the end of it. They've been able to square their shoulders and take up life again, and really you've infused that spirit of, I can't even tell you really what the word is, because I think what you've done for people, I think there must be a new word coined for it. I can't think of anything special enough.
Oh, Joy, you're so sweet on this. But our personal relationship will always continue, because we've laughed and joked and become serious with this program. But it has been a source of joy for me to come into the studio and share with you, as it has when we look through the mirror here and we see Sue here. And before Sue, it was Louis. And the names really ring in South Africa, because whenever I walk into a departmental store and they hear my voice, they always say, how's Joy and how's Sue or how's Louis? And I have to tell them the whole thing about how you all are, because they rather put us all together as a kind of triangle. And we have played such a vital role in the lives of many people that now they're going to miss the names. And Joy, Sue and I send you our fondest and warmest love, which we will do and continue to do in prayer, even though we may not be able to do it over the air.
Well, we have really collected over the years such a vast number of what I really feel, and I'm sure you do too, have become our real friends. And when you say over the air that we are praying for them and we are sending them a blessing and we are deeply concerned in their lives, it's not just words that have been put over, it is really the truth of it. And it must have sent a wave of love and prayer and blessing over the whole length and breadth of the land. And I feel that's what's been the most important of all things. And I feel very sad personally that is now has to be removed. It is a thing of great sadness to me, Reg.
Well,
I must admit it.
Joy, I feel the same as you, that not only our personal relationship, which has been magnificent, but the feeling that we have over these 6.5 years cultivated a kind of living your life attitude throughout this land of people who were lost and, as the Bible said, suddenly were found, and not by words that we have said, but suddenly they felt that this is a caring program, and because it's been a caring program, they have pulled their shoulders back, as you said, and just gone on to revitalize themselves. And we can only say that during this period, which seems to have gone so very quickly, that we have done our little bit for people and for this country of South Africa.
Well, I certainly feel that we shouldn't say, I know it's the last programme and it's the end of the year, but I don't think that we should say goodbye, because I think we should just feel in our hearts that it is Totsiens, and that we shall be together and hopefully giving perhaps a similar programme in the future. That's my hope.
Well, you know, Joy, it could be rather like General MacArthur, you know. We came back, and it could well be that this is the start of something new, and remembering the old story, when one door closes rather, another one opens, and who knows what there is in store for us.
Well, if they want us, we'll be there.
And we certainly will, Joy. And, you know, again, in reminiscing on living your life and just thinking of the people we have met in our rallies throughout this land, and the money that we have been privileged to help with charities, again, living your life has brought us in constant contact with peoples of all races. I just think of that fantastic time that we had in the afternoon at the Good Hope Centre in Cape Town, where we had many thousands, and some of our coloured friends had come from Onrust and Hermanus and were standing outside from 10 in the morning. I remember I shook 4,500 hands before I even got on the platform, and that wonderful feeling that was there. Then I think of our very first one, the very last time that His Majesty's, on that last Sunday before it was pulled down on the Monday, and the 1,000 people who were turned away. We've had a lot of fun on this programme. So as we close, Joy, I just want to say what a fantastic time I've had in sharing with you this programme, and with Sue as we look through the petition here, and maybe Louis will pick this up as well. And we just say to all our listeners, God bless you, and may the 31st of December be the start of something very special in 1986.
And a very, very happy new year to everyone.
You are a very special man, and to change some character, to be kind and loving and true, to our neighbors and to you. You teach us to have patience, to be very positive. In South Africa was our land, what a lovely country could be.
There is a new badge among the world's top luxury cars. New Peugeot 505. The spaciousness all luxury cars should have. The French flair for indulgent creature comfort. And a 90-year heritage. New Peugeot 505. Engineered for life.
This road is your road, this road is my road. From the Capes to Val Drive to the Transvaal high roads. From the Free State Farm roads down to urban Durban. These roads were made for you and me. This pledge is my pledge, this pledge is your pledge. For safety striving when we're out driving. Let's keep our distance and let's be patient. Let's be polite, let's be prepared.